Harrison Butker ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Chargers set to go on offense for the first time, and they are led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2020. Now in his second season out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert. Throwing on first down. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Herbert. That'll be caught by the rookie, Josh Palmer. Justin Herbert looking comfortable here in season number 2. He looked comfortable in season number 1 for that matter. But what's the game plan for defending and trying to limit him?
Oh, you've asked a really difficult question there because you're right. Year 1, he looked like a 5-7-year veteran, and he's only going to continue to get better. But with a guy who throws such a pretty ball and has such a great arm, throwing the long ball has got to be a blast for him. He wants to push the ball downfield. Doesn't mean he can't make all the other throws, but I want to take those away first and make him beat me by being accurate and dinking and dunking all the way downfield.
Herbert's throw taken in by Cook. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Jared Cook, 33 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Man open is Robinson. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big play there for KC. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On play action, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Williams will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And this is Cook with a grab. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now it's Herbert. Man open left side, it's Williams. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Ty Long now to punt this one away. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front. Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it up. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play? Sliding out of the pocket. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. So out come the Chargers. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend. I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving. Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up? You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well. Go to something else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick, 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes, touchdown! Demarcus Robinson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. Possession switching back now to the Chargers. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Herbert, he dumps it to Eckler underneath.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. That catch good for only a couple. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Derek Nottie makes the tackle. 2nd down and 8. Herbert now. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes, and going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 74 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as the tackle made here at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And complete right side to Cook.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On is the punter long here as he sends this one away. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's been effective so far over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for him, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And I think the Chiefs have it, they do.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson. Demarcus Robinson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaims center stage. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. On first down, it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert back to the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play, 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And again, it's Mahomes. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And that's going to be good for the Chargers' first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. It's Jackson.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey.
3 yards the gain there, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 7. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 38. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll run it with Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage.
So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Eckler again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. 1 quarter remains. lines here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw here, Herbert.
That's into the hands of Eckler.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here? Tell us, stretch this thing out a little bit.
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
105 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 43.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Rolling to his right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They gave it to him in search of his 3rd touchdown, but he's denied, and the Chargers hold tight down near the goal line. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how it
and now the rookie's free. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, touchdown, L.A.
Trey McKinney
taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards.
And the Chargers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Hopkins with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. You know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And he'll work this forward.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
130 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And that penalty will move the ball to the 1-yard line.
So difficult to cover a fade route, and you're talking about into the end zone, and sometimes you panic a little as a defender, and the offensive guys are really smart. Sometimes they jump back into you and create the contact.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Jerry Tillery, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance?
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner, and he's able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. That'll be complete to Cook. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
It's certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it.
Enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Caught left side, Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First down, Justin Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Herbert throwing again. And brought in by the tight end Cook. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Here's Herbert. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. A field goal gets them closer, but they say no thanks. We want the lead. One last throw here for Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.